Okay, so would you guys, you're about to lead these two cloaked city guards. They're basically merchant union guys, a couple of scouts to the fastener base. And you guys waited until nightfall to move down the thick of the trail. So, would you have had these guys light torches? You can see in the dark, but they cannot.
They can see ahead of them to a certain point, correct?
They can see very closely ahead of them. It'll have to be difficult terrain if you guys are trying to sneak through. Because if they're trying to sneak and they can't see, then yeah, they're gonna have to be moving pretty slowly. If they're not sneaking, however, I'll let them move at normal speed.
You know what? Yeah, we'll give them torches.
Wait, actually no, there's no way you guys would be able to light torches. Because everybody would see you if you've got torches lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, so these guys are essentially blind. You will have to be leading them through here.
And I plan to.
Alright. So go right on ahead. Actually, go ahead and start by rolling me stealth.
Give me a sec, cause I didn't have the foresight to pull this up before. Whoops.
It's all good.
That's a 20.
Alright, well done. Go ahead and take your 20 stealth and have at it. So, these two guys, are you just gonna tell them to wait here? Or do you want them?
I would tell them to follow closely.
Okay. So we'll kind of go through this in like pseudo rotation, pseudo initiative. In that like you'll go and then they'll go. And I'll kind of just move these guards around.
Oh yeah, that's right. I could see more than they can.
Yeah, as it is, you are not in the way that any of these guards can see. Actually, hold on, let me try something. If I do that, can you still see fairly well?
Yeah, I can still see what's going on.
Okay, this kind of allows me a better opportunity to see what
see where the guards see.
Yeah, see where the guards are able to see and where they can't. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and move your movement. And I'll just kind of move these guards about. Alright, these guys are going to be sneaking. So they're both going to be able to go 15 feet forward. No, they'll be able to go 30 and that'll be their full turn if they do nothing else. 30 for him. Okay, this guy will come up here. And this guy will move down here. Alright, you're up.
I'm just kind of hugging the wall right here. Like trying to stay outside this guy's vision. Both their visions.
Okay, he'll be able to get behind you. Yeah, both of them will be able to line up behind you here. Okay, let's see. I will move them in D4 direction. God damn it. Okay. You're up.
That seems like a good spot.
Okay, let's see. Oof. Okay. You are right on the edge of this guy's vision.
Oh shoot. Well, our visions overlap. I'm not in his vision.
Yeah, you're not in his. You're right at the edge of his vision. He can't see you quite yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna get behind a tree.
Alright. You can double move if you like, unless you're just going slow for these guys.
I'm going slow for these guys. Tell them to stay close.
Okay, yeah, these guys are double moving and they're getting about 30 feet around. Okay. Okay. Okay, you're up.
This is just a scouting mission, right?
Yeah, you're basically getting them to the Fastener Cove on the other side. Let's see. Okay.
I am not liking this position where I am, where everyone else is. So I'm going. Is there any like small pebbles like nearby?
Yeah, you could find a rock on the ground. I'm sure you could. Roll investigation.
How do we investigation? Couldn't it be perception?
Because perception is for things you're not looking for. Yeah, that's fine.
8.
You find a rock.
Alright, I pick up the rock and just pretty much cast darkness on the rock and just kind of toss it in those cluster of.
Can you indicate where? Right there, in that spot? Right here?
Well, I throw it in that general direction.
Okay. Alright, that is going to alert all of these people. We're going to come up to this to examine it. Okay. There. And he will actually come this way. Okay, you're up. This guy is going to go investigate this. This guy is going to come take a look as well. These people actually are not going to know what to make of this.
It's just we can't see through it.
What is that?
It's darkness.
Oh my god, dude. I'm thinking like, what would these characters reasonably do? And they're like, oh my god, they don't fucking know what this is. They're just gonna stare at it. It's just like...
It's the most mysterious thing we've seen all day.
What is that? It's just
What
like
even?
a black cloud. How long does darkness last? Let me check in the SRD here.
Up to 10 minutes concentration.
Oh my god. Alright, so you're maintaining concentration on this right now?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, you're up.
You know, while they're all just kind of, I'm going around them as they all just kind of look at this darkness.
Yeah, they don't know what the hell this is. Okay. This guy up here is probably gonna start yelling at me like, hey, what are you guys all looking at over there?
We don't know.
We don't know. It's just a black thing.
That's racist.
Not sure what I'm looking at here. Alright, well you guys are technically up because they're still pretty mystified by this. Let me see. It's gonna make a perception check. 17. Okay. So this guy doesn't see anything, but he's gonna hear something is up. And he is going to start looking out this way here. So just keep that in mind. Alright, you're up again.
So yeah, I move behind that tree right there. More behind the tree.
Okay. So just gonna follow you up here.
I just kind of whisper to them for a bit, like, stay here.
You're telling them to stay here, okay?
Just for a bit.
They like look at you and then like look at the guards on both sides of them, and then look back at you, and they're like, whatever you're gonna do it quick.
I will. I forget, is your version of sleep concentration?
I don't know. Let's take a look. If you look in your journal, there is a useful resources handout, and from there you can look at house rules. This sleep concentration. Sleep. Nope, it is not a concentration.
No, it's not even concentration in normal spells wise either, so neat.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have made it a concentration if it wasn't. Yeah, if it's not already one, I'm not gonna make it one, you know?
Alright, yeah, so in that case, I'm going to kind of sneak up further ahead and drop asleep on those 3 guys, which I think is now a wisdom save with your rules.
Drop asleep on which guys? Those 3 right there? Yep.
Going by the campfire.
It is a wisdom save for all of them. So, let me see here. Huh, okay. What's the DC?
15.
They, all 3 of them, as you watch, their chins kind of droop down and they fall asleep. You have 30 seconds before they wake back up.
Alright. I kind of wave at the guy, wave over at you guys so they can still see me, and just like, book it! Book it!
Okay, looking back at this guy, they are going to sprint over. Which can get them this far.
Yeah, I tell them to just kind of book it quietly.
You want them to be quiet?
Be quiet and fast, if that makes sense.
If that's what they're gonna do, then the furthest they can get is here, probably. Yeah. Alright, let me see what these guys are gonna do out here. Oh my god, you fucking idiots. Okay, one of them. Okay. So one of them is going to be like, well, I'm not sure what this is. And he is going to go back to patrolling. The other 2 are going to stare, still really confused about what this thing is. And he is going to move in D4 directions. Oh shit. Yeah, so he's going to head north this way. Okay, you're up.
I keep urging those guys to hurry up, so the lone watchman over there in the middle of those trees on the ledge doesn't quite hear them, and so we get past those 3 guys sitting on the job before they wake up.
Okay, so are you not moving anywhere your turn?
No, I'm moving up here trying to get them, like, hurry up.
Hurry the fuck up. Alright, I think they can get up to here-ish on their next turn. Let me see. 3 is going to move back south again. Okay, you're up again.
I wait here and just kind of gesture angrily towards me.
Okay, they can get to you. Do you want them to sprint?
Yes.
Alright. So they are going to break from their sneak and sprint up here. This guy's gonna have a chance to hear it. Does not. Okay. Alright. And let's see. So we got these guys left. Three, two, three. Actually, that would have been three. Okay. Alright, you're up. I think these guys are waking up in 2 turns, by the way.
Yeah, and that guy just had to move to where I was planning on going. Oh, Jesus. Alright. So I'm going to dash my way over. Huh. By the way, darkness was one of my once-a-day racial drow spells. Just letting you know.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
only used up 1 of my 2 spell slots.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I figured it was a racial thing.
Trying to decide which way I want to go, left or right. Right. Screw it. And I double move to get up there. Kind of lead the way.
Okay. Do you want them to sprint as well?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, that gets them there. Two, three, and 4. Okay, so 2 would go this way.
And I'm just going like, why is that one moving that way?
Yeah, he rolled a 2. That's east. And then 4. I guess there's this guy over here. 4. So he's moving that way as well. Okay. Alright.
Alright, so. Well, luckily there's a bunch of rubble it looks like we could hide behind for a bit.
Yeah, there's a rock slide up ahead. These guys can't see it, but you can.
Yeah, move there just for them to get close and be quiet.
Okay. They're both going to attempt to enter stealth and actually do a pretty okay job at it. And they're gonna sneak back up to you right there. Nice. Oh, right. What am I doing? My bad, my bad. Okay, 4 is west. 1 is north. 3 is south. 2 is east. There's a couple more up here. Okay, go ahead and move.
I know the rock slide's gonna be like difficult terrain, so.
Yeah, in fact, as these guys are climbing up the rocks, these guys are each going to make perception checks. 1 rolled a nat 1 and 1 rolled an 8. They have no clue what they're doing. Alright. Let's see. Let's roll. 64. 4. Okay. That is west. 1. Okay, you're up.
Trying to visualize in my head where 30 feet would be for me. If my range of sight is 60 feet currently, then 30 feet's not all that far. So what I'm thinking is will not work. So ignore what I'm thinking right now.
Okay.
For I do not have spell sniper yet.
Okay.
But I use this time to pretty much climb down the other side of the rock slide and just tell them to wait at the top of it, just to kind of so I can see what's going on. And just to keep their heads down at the top, so that way I can just see what's going on now.
Okay, sorry, you're at the top of that rock slide.
No, I'm on the other side. I'm telling those two to wait at the top.
And the top is like at the middle, I guess?
Yeah, about.
Okay.
I just want to see where these guys will be heading.
Okay, so that's all you guys want to do for now?
Yeah.
5, 6. From the bottom. 1. Ooh. 2. This guy is actually within range of you. 3. Well, it doesn't even matter because this guy here, yeah, is actually going to. Well, you're stealth. Let's see. Ah, but you're right in. Well, you're hiding in the rocks. Let's see. Oh, he rolled a nat 20 on perception check. So looking at you, he's gonna say, "Hey, there's someone here!" And these two guys are gonna run over immediately. Let's see, actually. Like, I can't go much farther than there, but this guy.
Alright, I keep forgetting to write down the names of the important people. Who's the name of the guy that, does the transports again?
Transports?
To get from...
The characters you might be looking for are in the Port Hildian section of your journal. So in the fasteners, you might be thinking of Hjalmar.
Hjalmar's the guy, yeah. I'll just say, Hjalmar set me. Hjalmar set me.
Roll me. But you're like hiding in the rocks and he spotted you hiding. Roll me a deception check. And it's at night and you don't have. Yeah, roll me a deception check at disadvantage. This is a pretty sketchy situation for you here.
That's a 12.
Ooh, a 12. Okay, this guy says, yeah, not likely. You're coming with us. And he's gonna step forward. And this guy is running up with him.
If you want to explain to Hjalmar and Eagle why one of their new spies was pretty much, taken in for questioning, go ahead.
Make me a perception check at disadvantage. Or, I'm sorry, a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Wait, that's my savant skill.
Yeah. So
Neat.
You're good at it, but make it a disadvantage because
Alright.
you already failed your deception check. The only reason you're even able to make a persuasion check after failing that deception check is because you dropped his name. Yeah, and he says, you know what, I'll take my chances. and he reaches forward to grab your arm. You gonna let him grab it?
You know, for the sake of just getting most of the guards just pretty much focusing on me instead of those two, I would say yes. I'll let him grab it.
Okay. All right.
Because I think it's better for the passengers to take me instead of the other two I'm kind of escorting.
Okay. So he grabs your arm and starts to lead you away. This guy is going to come up here. This guy is going to remain on the cliff. And he's actually going to flank you here on this side. And they are going to escort you up the trail. What are these guys doing back here? They're probably like whispering back and forth to each other. What the fuck do we do now? Yeah, that wasn't part of the plan.
Continue.
Go back?
If they were smart, they'd continue the mission.
They can't see.
That is true. But they can see the lights.
They can see the torches, but they can't. They can
Which
barely
means they
see
would
where
know.
they're going. They were following you through here. and if you go out of sight, they don't know which way to go.
That is true.
So these guys are fucked if you go too far. For the time being, they're going to sit there panicking, trying to figure out what they're going to do as you slowly start to head up here.
All right, and pretty much as they're taking me to the camp, I'm just going to explain. I'm just going to think of a quick cover story. So
You better do it quick. You better do something quick because you just got caught in the dark.
all right, so with these
off
okay
the trail
with these two
with no torch.
All right, so I'm going to use one of my warlock abilities from the Archfey. Thank you, my Fey presence. And just speak in the most beguiling voice I can.
Oh wait,
Like,
wait,
alright.
what are you using right now?
It's the one of the Archfey's abilities called Fey Presence. Starting first level, patient bestows upon you the ability to project the beguiling and fearsome presence of the Fey. Cause each creature in the 10-foot cube originating from you to make a Wisdom saving throw. But I'm kind of
cool. That's just a thing that Fey people get.
like yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I
Fuck
can
yeah.
either make everyone in a 10-foot square or 10-foot radius originating from me either be charmed or be frightened by me, and it's a Wisdom DC.
Okay, hell yeah. That is pretty awesome. That's just a warlock class thing.
Yeah, that the Archfey gets.
Hell
So
yeah,
it's pretty amazing.
That is
So
pretty amazing.
I'm going to use it speaking the most charming, persuasive voice. Like, all right, fine. That's what Eagle sent me on a secret mission to train some new scouts and spies, and you caught me, which means I'm not doing my job. So it's kind of embarrassing. I really don't want to talk to him about all of this when I'm trying to charm them.
Okay, and what's the DC on the save?
It's my warlock save, so 15 again.
15. All right. I will do it in this. 6 and 11. Okay, both of them are like, well, okay. Well, no harm then.
Can you let me go back to my mission?
I guess so, yeah. We didn't mean to ruin the exercise.
Yeah, kind of hard to see without torches, you know? That's part of the training. We're trying to get used to dark environments.
Okay. Alright. Well, should we keep an eye out? I guess we will, or it defeats
it's better,
the
yeah,
point of the training.
Well, now that you know, I mean, you know, just
We'll,
spread the word around.
we'll just
It's
say
good for
something.
morale, like the first try, if they don't get caught, you know.
Yeah, okay. We'll say something if we see you. Be like, hey.
It builds confidence if they don't get caught. is all I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay. Alright, well, shit, false alarm then. I guess we'll just go back to our jobs.
I think your mic's muted again.
No, it actually wasn't. Can you not hear me?
Your mic, I believe it's muted.
Can you hear what I'm saying?
Breaker, come on back. I cannot hear you say anything.
Can you hear my speech? You should be able to. Alright, one sec. One sec.
I still can't hear anything if you're trying to talk.
My mic is on. I guess we'll know when we watch this recording.
Yeah, I'm connected too.
So,
It's registering me talking. It's registering me as like 3 bars connected, but I'm not sure what's going on.
so you can't hear what I'm saying right now? That's so weird. We didn't change anything.
Let me try something.
Okay.
There we go. Now I hear you.
You can hear me okay again?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Okay, cool. What happened?
No idea. For me, your audio just cut out.
Oh, weird. Okay, well anyways, so you were saying, yeah, it's good for their confidence if they don't get caught.
Yeah, the first.
And these two guys are like, okay, well, you know, we'll play along. No worries. We'll go ahead and go back to our jobs then. And then as they're as they're walking back, this guy looks over to this guy and says, "She's clear. Just go back to keeping an eye out." And then they're gonna walk back this way.
And as they pretty much walk away, I pretty much walk back into the shadows, just kind of walking back around the way.
Gotcha. Okay, well done. Clutch recovery.
And as a bonus point, and for bonus points for me, just being that kind of person, I sneak up behind these two, tap them on the shoulders, just like, okay, we should be fine.
And
To
both
go
of
the
them just
long way
kind of
around.
they both like jump and look back over their shoulder at you. You know? It's like, oh shit. They're just like, how did you get them to let you go?
Awesome.
They're just
Anyway, do either of you have rope?
Here, I've got a little bit. One of them pulls out a coil of rope, good for 50 feet.
Tie it to that tree.
Okay. He is... which tree? Alright. He's gonna come back over here and tie it to the tree.
And I pretty much just lead the way by taking the rope and just kind of climbing down the wall.
Alright, so you rappel down the wall to the bottom.
Yep.
This guy is going to do the same. And this guy's going to come into place and do the same thing. Okay, so these guys are following you once again. One good stealth roll, one bad. Okay, cool. So let's see, I'm back to moving them about. What whim did you get today? Vicious Mockery?
Vicious Mockery, unfortunately.
Have you used it yet?
I have not.
It's nighttime now, isn't it?
Yep.
It's getting pretty late. Better find a way to use it before midnight.
Oh, I better
Okay.
hope I find a way.
You better come up with something. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've already been cleared by one of them. So let's see, these 4 up here. Okay. West. East. North. And can't really go south, so I'll just stay there. Okay, go ahead and make your move.
Just kind of jump behind rock to rock in like spy manner.
Okay. So these guys lurking behind you are gonna come up here, and then up here. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, if one of those other 2 guys had gotten caught right there, they probably would have been in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Which is why I told them to stay on top of it with your heads down.
Oh, these guys too, but I also meant the other players.
Oh.
'Cause that was some quick thinking bullshit you just pulled out of your ass there and charmed both of those guys. Because you didn't bring
It lasts
friends.
just. Yeah, it lasts for a turn though, which is why I
just got the hell out of there, yeah. That's funny. Okay. I think I moved everybody, so you should be good to move again.
I thought I was close to the top. I was wrong.
You're
But only
close.
about. I'm halfway there. I'm down 1 spell slot.
You're close-ish. Alright. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
These years at the academy wasted.
Let's see. 2, 2, 3. Wait, does he count? Yeah, he counts. 3 is south.
He count, he count, he count. He's in my head. I also can't use that ability again until a short or long rest.
Okay. Well, hopefully you won't need to use it.
Right?
Okay, you're clear to move again.
Hiding kind of under in this tree.
Okay. These guys are gonna kind of sneak up behind you and crouch there. You guys are about to enter the belly of the beast right here.
Yeah, I noticed.
2, 2, 3, 4, 4.
asked these guys kind of under my breath, was like, what does it you guys think a Fae looks like?
I don't know. Pointy ears and long eyebrows.
I hold the urge to shout, that's very stereotypical of you. Score and 7 years ago.
I'm pretty sure I messed up somewhere in here. Oh well. Okay.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. He's gonna keep trying to go down the middle within the trees.
Okay.
East? I thought you said west.
West? What kind of compass are you using, boy? Okay, you're good.
Am I though? Am I really?
Are you though? You're doing pretty well so far. You haven't burned too much of your stuff, and you've gotten through almost half of it.
Alright, so
almost half.
Yeah. So using what they said, I pretty much eat of me. Oh, how do I? No, I can't really control the illusion, can I?
What illusion?
Huh. Of minor illusion, I can't really make it move because it's in a set spot.
It's set in 5 feet. You can create a moving image within that 5 feet. A moving illusion within that 5 feet.
Yeah, but I can't move within that from without. Can't move out of that 5 feet.
Right. No, it can't move out of that 5 feet.
I was really kind of hoping for it, but
no, that is pretty much what makes Silent Image special.
It
is movable.
Oh well. There's another thing I can do. Bring back an oldie but goodie. Oh, it's 120 feet range. Neat. So I could just drop this right there.
Right here?
Oldie but goodie. Just create like a actual humanoid form with dancing lights.
Okay. Um.
Freak him out a little bit. Was remember the Fae. And it's all dim light that sheds light in 10-foot radius.
Okay, I'll just say it's this thing. 'Cause why the heck? Oh, there's like, it's barely even there. Sure. Okay. Why not? So there's just like a strange humanoid being made of light. Just
Yep.
sort of, you said
It just
you're
kind of
using
wanders
dancing
around.
lights? Where are you getting dancing
Yep.
lights?
From being a drow.
Oh, Drow just get to use dancing lights?
Drow just gets to use dancing lights.
Interesting, okay.
Here, I'll read up the thing. Like it's right.
I mean, if you just
Drow magic. Yeah, drow magic. You know the dancing lights cantrip.
Oh, okay.
3rd level, you can cast a fairy fire once. Spell fairy fire once with the straight. You gain ability to do so when you finish a long rest. 5th level, you cast darkness once, and you can only do darkness again with a long rest.
Okay, cool. Wow, Drow gives you fairy fire as well?
Yeah.
Damn, you are all fade up with the Archfey thing, because you get fairy fire from that as well.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So with this dancing light thing, that's definitely going to draw the attention.
And since cantrips are a bonus action thanks to you, I'm going to take this time to just walk around then.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These 4 guys are definitely going to come gather around this thing and just be like, what the hell is that?
To make it like even more like mystical and fey-like, I'm just telling the lights to just pretty much dance, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, so this little humanoid begins to dance, and the people begin muttering amongst themselves. And they're starting to wonder if it's not one of the Fae of the Deep Wilds. One of the Will-O-Wisps. One of them's like, it's spirits. A spirit has stayed behind. And the other one's like, no, it's a fairy. And another one's like, nonsense, it has to be some sort of strange firefly.
Fireflies just got stuck up there.
Like, what are you talking about? These 2 guys up here.
They're burning balls of gas. Millions of light years away. I'm not sorry for that.
South. You shouldn't be.
Oh, Jesus heck.
Yeah, so that guy moves south. But he doesn't see you yet. Alright, you're up.
Yeah.
All these guys are still
I'm
gazing at these dancing lights.
Alright, so I'm going to move the lights actually up kind of towards that stump right there. Hopefully grab this guy's attention.
Okay, so it just kind of leaps over here and dances onto this stump.
Yes.
Okay, and all these guys as a result are going to be looking this way now. And that will like bring, like get this guy's attention. So he's gonna move forward to come investigate. These guys are going to kind of stand around mystified by this. And you're going to continue forward?
I'm going to continue forward.
Okay.
Hug the wall. Hug the wall.
Hug the wall! Alright, these guys are going to be mystified for another turn, so feel free to continue moving. This is definitely like the most interesting thing they've seen in a while.
Imagine Thorvald doing this. Just sends its gorilla and kills everything.
You know, he's like surprisingly good at out of combat stuff just because of what he thinks of. Like,
I wouldn't doubt that.
He did
Actually.
He did something the other day that really surprised me, and I was like, "Wow, dude, good job." But
So
like,
Chorlus is the one that causes all the mayhem.
no, Torvald does it accidentally.
Tries to be, he steps on a snake.
But it's great, yeah. No, it's great though. It really is. I don't think Trollus has like said the wrong thing, but as a player, Ian's typically very good about that. He's a
Alright.
sharp tack, that one. Alright, none of those guys checked. These guys are gonna move once more. 30 feet. That guy's really right there. Yeah, so they can both catch up to you here. These guys. Oh shit. Okay.
5d20.
What do I do about that?
What were you doing about that?
Those are checks to go back to work, basically. To just be like, I don't know what this is. But one of them rolled a nat 20, and I don't. What do I do about that? It's pretty far away. Injury. I'll just say he succeeds his check. He's like, I'm definitely going back to work now, guys. So he's gonna march off down here with his new spring of zeal for his job.
It's like, I don't want to be cursed by the Fae. It is Fae.
I've had enough of this strange thing. I'm getting out of here. Alright, so now it's just this
behind the
one
tree.
guy left.
Now I'm going behind this tree.
And he is moving south.
Jesus heck.
And I think that will actually put you within range. Nope, you are just outside of his range. He cannot see you.
I can see him.
You can definitely see him. And there's a moment when like he's walking right for you and you like freeze up and you're super tense because
Deer in the headlights.
because you can see him but you're not sure if he can see you. And you're like just like frozen in place and he's just kind of staring into space like right where you are. And then he just like sneezes and goes back to just like looking around.
Alright, so he can hear me if I just kind of... Oh shoot, that guy can hear me too with the guy down south.
If you do anything too loud, you're not that far from these guys. You're pretty close, actually.
So I'm just going to give this guy kind of a headache.
Or wait, are you within 30 feet? No, 35. You're just outside of his vision.
Yeah, so I'm going to kind of move around. He's gonna head kind of further away a little bit from him. I can see him. All he has to do is hear me, and I kind of speak kind of almost as quiet as possible, but loud enough so that one guy can hear me, just so I get rid of this thing that I know is gonna haunt me if I don't use it. So let me move first.
Oh god. Okay, let's hear it.
Alright, and I say this in Elvish because he doesn't have to understand me.
That's right, it just has to speak a language for the magic to work, right?
Yes.
Okay, alright.
Look at it right here. It's like, so I speak in Elvish, like... You absolute, apathetic, unappealing ape.
It just comes out and like just like beautiful Celtic, basically, just like beautiful Gaelic, and
He has to make a wisdom save.
he has to make a wisdom save. Let's fucking do it. He rolled a nat 20 on his wisdom save.
He passes. No damage.
Okay.
He just hears voices in his head.
He's just like, and he goes, "Huh? Who's out there?" And he looks around. You're still just outside of his vision. And he
Good.
says, "Is someone there?"
I don't say anything. You make him go crazy.
And he's like, "That better not be you, Balmir."
I still say nothing, just in case.
Okay.
Just kind of, I don't know, just back up like 5 feet slowly.
Nadeliani is pleased. You have performed amiably. Staying just outside of his vision was just the cherry on the cake. Alright, and you guys are gonna make it
That was
safe.
totally accidental. That was accidental, by the way.
Yeah, you were just outside of his field of vision. Alright, and with that, you guys arrive at the Fastener's Cove. Except these guys don't see you, and this guy is not here. So, you have finally made it to the cove. Well done. And, the two scouts are like, "Oh my god, can't believe we made it through there in one piece. The trail was crawling with people." And they're just...
And I'm just going, right?
And then his buddy's like, "It's not over, buddy. We still gotta get back." And he's like, "Oh shit, that's right."
And then I'm just going, shit.
He's like, "Let's hope we get out of here alive." But like they both kind of like pull out like some little charts and like a vague like hand-drawn map that they have made, and they kind of mark down a couple points, and he was like, "It seems like we've headed about this direction," and they mark it down, and they're like, "Okay, we think we've got it here."
Can we just take like 30 minutes?
You want a 30-minute rest right there? You can take a short rest right there. It'll be risky, but you can do it.
I mean, I get both my slots back.
That's up to you. It's risky, but you can do it.
I get both my slots and like the kind of that charm thing back. This is why I'm kind of all for that short rest.
You don't have to convince me, dude. But this is a very dangerous spot to be in, and there is a good % chance that you guys may get caught if you remain here for too long.
Give me a sec, I'm looking through all of my spells on the sheet really quickly. Alright, so I turn to these two, I'm like, can you guys keep a secret?
And they kind of look at each other, and they're like, "This mission is a secret." They're like, "We're in the middle of the enemy base right now."
You know what I mean. Can you guys just not talk about how we got away?
Quite frankly, I mean, the only thing they really saw was the light humanoid, right? And they were like moving away from it through the woods. They still don't know that that was actually you.
Yeah, so this is actually a bad idea. Why do I even have this spell? If you wonder what the spell is, it's fly.
It's fly. How do you have fly?
It's a
Don't-
third level warlock spell.
Is it a third level warlock spell? That's hilarious.
Why did I even pick the spell?
Are you going to? They have to be like willing to fly, right?
Yes, I have to touch a willing creature.
I
And sadly, I
don't-
can only target one creature right now.
You get the sense that
It is a horrible.
enchanting these
horrible-
guys would expose some of your fey magic.
Yeah, I think it's a possibility.
It's a possibility. You do have. You can rest. There's just like a fairly high chance that you'll get caught if you stay where you are.
All right, let me look at like this one last spell on my list, because that's like end game right there. Like end game, like all cards are already been played. All right, so. What else do I get? I know warlocks get stuff when they hit certain levels too. Haven't seen those spells really. Give me exactly, I don't forgot what those spells were. How's the force? Whoa. Plant growth. I get plant growth. How's that helpful?
Depends on how clever you are.
Yeah, let me just quickly read up on these spells in the book.
Sure.
Here it is. Yeah, that's going to kind of... Yeah, that one's going to be kind of tricky because it targets self. P-R-P-O, plant growth, here we are. Oh, snap. Okay. I'm going to do something incredibly kind of risky. And I'm going to use my last slot to... Those guys are still kind of entranced by the... Some of those guys are still entranced by the dancing lights?
No. At this point, they're wandering around again.
Right.
Just kind of wasn't doing anything besides dancing in place.
Right, and since it's a racial thing...
Behind.
Darkness is my racial spell, and don't get that until after long rests again, which sucks. So there goes my casting darkness on one of my things, is carrying it around by having these guys tied to a rope to me. Because I have the double sight, I can see in darkness, magical darkness. You know what?
Remind me to talk to you about dancing lights after the recording session, just because like I have some interesting thoughts on it.
All right, yeah.
Or I rather wonder about the usefulness of it, but whatever.
Normally, it's a really not that useful of a spell. Like you can use it to light up. Like
I just feel like you can do anything you want with minor illusion besides make light. Like, and then there's like a light cantrip. So it's like, I don't know.
Alright, so I'm going to just wing ball this. I'm just going to spitball this. And just kind of wing it and hope it works. I'm going to use my last spell slot. Oh, first I tell them, like, tie a rope around the, pretty much, I'm just going to grab whatever rope they have, tie it around me so they don't get lost again. And I'm pretty much going to hood up so that no one's going to see my face running back. And I'm going to cast Plant Growth, which is, I'm looking at it right now. It does one action at a range of 150 feet, and all normal plants become, in a 100-foot radius centered on that point, become thick and overgrown.
Okay, and you're doing this where?
Let me put down this sheet so I can see what I'm aiming. The map changed for me back at the cove.
Oh yeah, sorry, I realized I never actually put you guys on this screen. So this was like you guys arriving here. And then like putting all the stuff down on the map. My bad for not switching it over. So kind of point to me which direction. So this direction here, and you're not doing this in front of these people, are you?
No, because it is verbal and schematic. So I do just kind of, I'll call them. I'll say I'll call you when I'm ready. When we're ready to go, and I kind of hide behind the tree again.
Okay, so they're just like waiting up here for you. And if you're hiding behind the tree, yeah, you'd be down there. So what is the area of the spell?
It's at the range is 150 feet, but it's in a 100-foot radius at the point of my choosing.
Oh shit, okay.
And all the plants become like overgrown.
Oh shit, okay.
Becoming must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. So that's a thing.
It's 4 feet for every 1 foot they move?
Yep.
That's
what it says in the book.
But okay, sure.
It's more or less difficult terrain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it difficult terrain. Takes half their movement, because that'd be much easier to get through that way.
Oh yeah. Also, I could exclude one or more areas of any size within the spell's area from being affected. So I could totally cut a path if I wanted to.
Okay. So that's how we'll do this. Alright, so 100 feet out from where?
Right there.
From right there.
And I'll be able to cut a path.
Why does it just say 100 feet all the way up here? That doesn't make any sense. There's no way that's 100 feet. Do you see that? Oh, well, maybe so. Squares are just weird. Dude, it goes all the way up here. Holy shit.
And I'll be able to pretty much cut a path through it for myself and the group. Because I can exclude one or more squares.
Alright, shit. This is going to be pretty insane.
You're telling me I'm the one who's used up all my resources just to get these two guys back and forth.
Why is my square so freaking big? Stop, stop. Alright, fuck it. We'll just say everything within this square right here is difficult terrain. So as you
Except
cast
for
Hmm?
except for like this path that I could pretty much cut
Yeah,
through.
just take the free hand and just like draw your path like through, so I know where you guys are going. So as you cast the spell, all the the grass and the plants, the trees, all the roots start to spread and grow violently, and these guys are like ah, and everything grows up kind of around them to the point that their heads are just above the grass here, so you guys can like kind of crouch run through this grass.
That's the plan. I call the two guys over.
Alright, they are moving through difficult terrain, so it's gonna take them a little while to get there, even if they sprint. Take a couple of turns to get to you. And in the meantime, these guys are gonna like meander around like, what is going on? Okay, cool. So, you guys are using the grass basically to hide inside?
Pretty much.
Okay. They'll be able to make perception checks to hear you a little easier, but you can technically be stealth as long as you stay in this line. Okay, so go ahead and make your first move. Alright, you're just moving there. Okay.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, we could dash, I guess.
Alright, these guys are here too. No, you guys are sneaking along. I mean, you can dash if you
Yeah.
want to, but you won't be sneaking if you do that.
You could dash if you want to. You could leave those guards behind.
1, 2 perception checks. Whew, one rolls a 2 and one rolls a 19. What's your stealth right now? Let's see what these guys are stealthing at. Nope, these guys are.
Then I roll.
Okay, so this guy right here is gonna say,
Didn't I roll 20 earlier?
You did, but these guys rolled.
Then I got caught.
These two guys rolled like an 8 and a 10 just now. And this guy rolled a 19 to his perception check.
So he hears stuff, he doesn't know stuff.
Yeah, he hears stuff, but he looks over. Let's see. Oh, you lucky guys. Alright, yeah, so he hears something. He's gonna be within 5 feet of you. He's definitely gonna head this way. I'll give you one chance to kind of distract him before he gets to you guys.
Alright, one chance. I'm going to just pretty much use minor illusion to give the illusion of fire.
Alright, where at?
Pretty much within that 5 feet where he's going to try to be.
Okay. Alright.
It spontaneously combusted.
Where's fire? So much fire everywhere. Here we go.
This is a good time this is a good time for Torvald to be here.
Yeah. This is the moments where Torvald actually excels. It's just this crazy shit. Okay, so a fire suddenly springs into place, and he's like, "Oh!" and he's distracted. He is going to use the rest of his turn to inspect this fire.
Or, you know, try to put it out.
He deals. Well, it just springs into place. So the first thing he's gonna do is like take a look at it and try and figure out what's going on with that.
Yeah. While he's doing that, our hasty escape.
Yeah, I suggest you guys get the fuck out of there. Where are you gonna go? You gonna go down? Even deeper?
Keep going down.
Oh shit. Alright. Keep in mind, once this guy steps into this cleared grass, he'll be able to see down this little tunnel you guys have.
That is true. Nothing that says we can't duck into the grass for a bit.
That's true. You'll be... Well, it's thick enough to be difficult terrain. We'll go ahead and say you'll be lightly obscured.
Just take a few steps into the grass, keep our heads down, shut up.
Alright, you're counting on these two cloaked city guards here to make their sneak checks. Don't worry guys, we'll do it together.
For the 2 city guards to get up to my level.
Alright, so they are attempting to sneak past this guard. He's going to make, both of these guards actually are going to make perception checks because you guys are really close to them. Oh my god! Snake eyes on D20s, 2D20s. They don't hear you. The grass muffles your feet.
Sweetness, I'm going to keep going forward.
Alright, yeah, this guy is going to put out this fire, stomp it out, and as he steps in, he realizes it's not hot at all, and he's just like, huh? What? And the fire just kind of vanishes, and he's like scratching his head like, is this even real? And then he kind of moves forward up here.
So, as I kind of hear him go like, what? I just kind of step a few feet back into the bushes and pull those 2 with me.
Okay, so you're going to pull these guys into the bushes over here?
Yep.
Okay. As he steps into the trail, he kind of looks down and he goes, hey, there's some kind of clearing here. And he is going to start walking this way down the trail.
I haven't cut the full trail yet because I haven't seen the whole thing yet.
Okay, sure. He's walking right past you guys, and you're hanging on to the 2 guys, and everyone's just like not even breathing as he slowly makes his way past. And then the trail ends, and he's just like, huh. Does it end, or are you still moving through it?
I'm still kind of moving through. I just now found the bottom of it. Give me a second. Alright, yeah, that's good.
That's the trail? Alright, so this guy is going to start moving down the trail. And then this guy over here, hearing what he says, is going to move towards the trail and start moving up it this way. Alright, what do you guys do? These guys are going to move D4 directions.
Well, I kind of follow the trail along the side, rough, difficult terrain and all, just seeing what happens now. I don't want to get back into the trail with this guy in it. It's suicide.
2. Yeah, it would be.
But I also kind of guide the 2 city guards along with me.
Okay, so where are you taking them? Or directing them?
Right here.
If they are sneaking, the most they can move in difficult terrain is 15 feet at a time.
Ah, right. My bad.
So they can get to here. But you can see they're having a really hard time getting through this grass like this. Okay. This guy's going to continue moving down the trail a little bit. This guy will move up the trail, and these 3 will move in 3D4 directions. So east, this guy will get to the rock slide and stop. North and north. Okay.
I moved 15 feet.
Okay, so did they. They're kind of plodding their way through the grass here. And this guy's gonna move down the trail. He's having no problem getting around through that. All of them go west. And difficult terrain. This guy's getting pretty close to you. Actually, you are within sight of him now, so he's going to make a perception check. A 5. What's your stealth?
20. I didn't roll after I got caught the first time, so
Okay, go ahead and roll your stealth so you know what you're working with. $11. Okay. Alright. So you got an 11. Alright, he does not see you. Go ahead and make movement, or make your move if you like.
right there.
Okay, as you get here and you look back over at these two guys, they're kind of looking at this guard over here and looking at you, and they're kind of shaking their head like they don't think they can make it. Let's see, what are they gonna do?
I do not have the skills for a non-lethal takedown. I cannot. It is going to be high press for me to just non-lethally take someone down. Currently.
Let's see, these guys are pretty nervous. Do you want to encourage them to go ahead and try?
I encourage them to go ahead and try.
Alright, they're going to move 15 feet down this way, and this guy is going to make 2 perception checks. A 2 and a 7. I think before they got a 19 and like an 8. Damn, I wish I remember what he got. Damn it, I need to write this down now. I'm gonna roll stealth for him. Nat 20 and a 7. We'll say defenders win ties there. Okay. So they just barely made it. Alright, this guy's gonna continue moving down with no problems. Gets here and sees that the grass kind of lets out. And he's just gonna be like, huh. And he's gonna turn around and look at all this like overgrown stuff, and he was like, what the hell is going on? This guy up here gets to the other end, and he's kind of scratching his head like, why does this path end here? And he's gonna kind of take a look around. These other 3 are moving in D4 direction. Three, 4, 4. Ooh, you lucky ducks. He's gonna double move, I guess. 4. So west.
I think I heard the voice. Let's go this way.
Or 1d4, even or odd? Even. He is gonna move south. Another 15 feet, which I believe puts him there. How close is he to these guys? He's within 30 feet. Rolling 2 perception checks. A 10 and a nat 20. Okay.
He must have eagle eyes to see through this grass.
He must have. Well, you guys are only lightly obscured. Like, really, it's just enough that you can make the hide, but...
Yeah. But so he sees someone, he doesn't know who it is.
Well, he sees rustling. He knows that somebody who isn't one of them is there because they all have torches. And he says, hey, there's someone in the grass here. And this guy down here says, "Where?" And he says, "In front of me, over here." And they start kind of like plodding through the bush. The most he can
They
get.
just
The most
they
he
just
could get.
hit us. They stole our torch. They headed east. They just ran past us. I use a different voice with this, obviously.
You're trying to imitate the guard from before?
Yes.
Make So he hears a rustle in the grass ahead of them, and then a voice calls out, "They just hit us. They took our torch and they're heading north." Is that what you said?
I said east.
East?
Towards that rock slide that they don't see.
Trying to impersonate a voice. They can't see you. Make me a deception check. Okay, never mind. That's enough. So yeah, now they're kind of alert now. But due to the difficult terrain, they can't do anything. So they're gonna start moving towards where they heard the voice coming from.
Dang it.
Which is that way for you, and this way for him.
But I told them it's in the other direction.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, but they didn't buy it. 1, 2, 3. Because you rolled low on your lie. They're getting really close to these guys who just made their stealth check, so they're gonna have to find some way to get out of there. They're gonna kind of desperately crawl back. 5, 10, 15. These guys are gonna kind of desperately move this way here, trying not to make a sound. With them rustling away, they're trying to sneak. They were detected already. How do I rule this? They were detected already, but they weren't seen outright. Now they're trying to get away. I'll let it pass.
Alright, so they're...
So they are moving, they are rapidly moving towards you. These two guards just like whispering like, "Holy shit." They both kind of like crawled and backed through the brush this way. But you guys are in a pinch. They are closing in on you very quickly.
Alright, so they can't see what I'm about to do, the two guards I'm escorting?
No, you're 10 feet away from them.
Sweet, I'm going to use that warlike feature that you love so much.
Okay.
And I'm going to make myself look like one of the guards. I'm going to make myself look like the guard that caught me.
One sec. Go for it.
And I pretty much just sit on my ass, just kind of like in a, like I just got overpowered by someone kind of look and position.
Okay. Make me a deception check at advantage. Oh, well done. Okay. They're like, they come up on you, and they don't quite get a good look at your face because you've got your like hood over it, and they're just like, "Are you okay? Which way did you say they went? To the east?"
To the east. Come on.
And so they ask,
Got any spare torches?
They're gonna move One of them takes a torch off his belt and gives it to you.
Thanks.
All right. And then he is going to take off to the east this way with this person in tow.
As soon as they're pretty much out, I go back to my torch. That way they think that you're one of them. Light it up, though.
So wait, what do you do exactly? You light the torch, but you go back to your other form?
I light the torch, but give it to...
Oh, you cut out right there.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I'm trying not to type while I do this, because typing backspace is really annoying. But, I pick up the torch. As soon as the two guys head eastward and out of sight of my sight, pretty much back into the brush, I drop my disguise, head over to the two guys that I'm escorting, hand them the torch. Like, if you stay out of sight for most of these people, just carry your lit torch. They'll think you're part of them. It's dark enough; they won't question it.
But they can see them. If they see the light, they might not see them from a distance, but if they get close, then they're not hidden whatsoever. So just keep that in mind. They'll have to stay far enough back, but these guys can see them very clearly in the dark.
That's pretty much what I was... Oh.
So if you get close enough,
Well, in that case...
say like 60 feet, which is what a person can typically see during the daylight, and they've got a light in their face, they'll be able to see it's not one of their guys.
Oh, in that case, then, in that case, here's what I do. I keep up to the skies. And just kind of grab them from the shoulders, like, in a gruff voice. I say... No, in my normal voice I say, "It's me, don't worry." Just kind of had to pull a quick disguise.
Okay, as you do this, you can see they're like half in shock, hand axe ready, and then their eyes kind of squint and they're just like, what? Like, where did you get that disguise? And how did you put it on so quickly?
Yeah, you think... It's almost as if I was tailor-made for this job. You know, hand-chosen specifically by the...
You're cutting out. By the
That's
treasurer?
alright, it's like I'm saying, yeah, hand-chosen specifically by the treasurer for my espionage skills.
They're just like, alright. Well, you've convinced us. Let's get the hell out of here.
And I just pretty much grab them by their shoulders, making it look like I'm grabbing them roughly when I'm not. Just kind of drag them just out of sight of the 60 feet out of everyone's kind of eyesight, but just enough to just pretty much drag them away. Back to the other side.
So, what are you doing exactly? You're pulling them where? Can you indicate with your...
I'm escorting them under the guise of one of the fasteners.
But you're escorting them out of there.
Yes.
Okay.
It looks that way. It kind of looks like we're just a small platoon if we don't have a light.
Okay, so you guys are just going to move along this way, I guess, with them in front.
Yeah.
And as y'all do so, when you step out down to about here-ish, you'll see this guy who's standing outside, and he'll look at you and then look over at these guys and he'll say, "What's going on here?"
I found these two hooligans just walking around. I figured I'd escort them away from the area.
away from the area. Well, don't you want
Don't
to bring
want-
them into the camp for questioning? They're clearly trespassing.
How young do these two city guards look?
They're like 30s.
Eh.
Like they're not like children, you know.
Yeah. Shoot, I was hoping they'd be slightly younger. That way they could just pass off as well. They're young compared to me.
Yeah,
I
these are
figured
like
pass.
these are however old you think dirty cops would be. Except
Yeah.
they're not really dirty cops. It's just more that they're the treasurer's men in the city guard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say. Let's be honest. It's late. Anyone outside of their own mind wouldn't be out here. Damn near we're
any-
freezing around.
And he says, "What are you talking about? Anybody looking for us would be out here. Make me a
Who would even
Make
know
me
we're out here
a-
besides us?
persuasion check to convince this guy that these people are better off being let go the other way than to go back towards base."
Does a 16 do it? Because I'm trying to say, like, who would know that we're even here aside from us?
Let's check his insight. He got a 17.
Gosh dang it.
And so he's gonna peer at you closely. And he says, "Look, I don't know what's going on here, but if anybody's out here, it means they're looking for us. And if these guys aren't supposed to be here, then they know something they're not supposed to. We should take them back
Why
to
does it
base."
have to meet? Go on, tell them why you were really here.
The city guards?
I just kind of shake. Yeah, I shake them, like hoping to get them to come up with their own cover story.
They're like, we were wandering through the jungle and we got lost. Yeah, he was not prepared for that, and you put him on the spot. Let's see. Deception check. A nat 20 and an 18? Oh my god. Let's see what this guy's insight is. Oh, his insight's a 19.
Jesus.
And he says, "You got lost, did you? Well, you sure picked
Oh,
a
come
fine
on,
place
shouldn't-
to get lost."
Shouldn't me just kind of being there should aid them or something?
Well, he doesn't know what you're trying to do, but he's like, "No, these guys are way too suspicious to be." These guys are way too suspicious to be just escorted out of here. And he's like, "Come on, we'll all head up there."
You really think and I'm just gonna say, we're just gonna say Eagle. Who cares if I get a name drop right now? I'm pretty sure the treasurer doesn't know who Eagle is at this point, but
His name is Egil, just so you know.
Eagle. I'm saying it wrong, right? You
That's
think Eagle wants to be disturbed at this time of night? Who? I mean, heck, we should be asleep. Do we even get? We should unionize.
And he goes, "Are you out of your mind? Did you forget that we are here on patrol? If there's people here, then yes, I do think he wants to be woken up at this time of night. We should find out
People who got
what's-"
lost.
And he looks over at the guardsmen.
Look, they're
and
probably
they've got hand
probably-
axes and crossbows on them.
typical things that for anyone walking through a heavily wooded area like the jungle. You know what? I bet they were. You know what? I bet they're one of those people who believe the Fae exist.
He is not convinced. He's like, "No, and he starts to really look at you, and he was like, what's your name again?"
Sven.
Sven. Well, look, Sven, I don't know how long you've been a patrolman.
You caught me. It's first night. I normally do like morning shifts and just throwing me out of whack right now.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. I've been here for a while, but this isn't the sort of incident that we can just let slide idly by. Accident or no, we need to take these guys with us back north. Come on, let's lead them together. And he comes down here, and he grabs this guy by the shoulder.
And this is when pretty much I'm running out of stuff to do. This is why I want to take a short rest. Dang it.
Alright, so...
I don't have that much... let me reach my strength and see what I can do here. Try to non-lethal takedown this guy and help him get lucky.
This guy is going to start moving him up through here.
Alright. I would like to grapple this guy and just cover his mouth.
Okay. Make me an athletics check at advantage because he is surprised. Oof. Dude, what is with this guy? He's making amazing rolls.
Jesus, I better hope I get a nat 20 or something with this.
He rolled an 18.
I better roll 18 or higher then. Jesus. 19!
Oh my god.
That's with a +1 I should have.
Oh my god. Okay. So
just
you
tried to put
leap
this
forward
down
and you
like a-
clamp your hand over his mouth and he's like and right as you do, these other two guards are going to jump in and swing their hand axes at this guy.
I just kind of like go no. I try to put him in a sleeper hold.
Alright, well both of these guys how much health does this guy have? Oh my god. So you cover his mouth, and both of these guys instantly just swing on him, just turn on him, and just come at him with their hand axes. And one guy like catches him in the shoulder, and the other guy catches him in like the back of his leg, and he's just like, and he goes down on the ground. He is in a very bad way. Still alive.
I just kind of
Clamped your hand over his mouth, and he's sitting there like severely bleeding from his wounds.
This is the part I don't want to happen. I drag him into the bushes and just kind of wait until he just...
Oh my god!
I bang his head against a tree.
Alright, so you drag him against, which tree? This tree back here?
The big one, yeah.
Okay, so...
In the bushes.
So you drag him, and he's kind of screaming in a
I'm just kind of whispering into your fall unconscious.
And you kind of drag him into like these heavy grass here. And these two guys are going to come up and just like they're going to continue hacking at him. Unless you're trying to stop them.
I'm like kind of glaring at them like, no.
Are you holding up a hand like no, because otherwise these guys are just going to step in and just hack away at this guy.
I glare at them just kind of angrily.
Okay, taking a cue from you, they're just like, what the fuck? Okay.
And I keep trying to knock this guy unconscious.
What are you trying to do?
Bash his head against the tree, I guess. It's the hardest object I can find.
What is your strength modifier?
+1.
+1. You've got a hand clamped over his mouth. You bash his head against the tree. He takes 1 damage.
Yeah.
This is he's in a rough way. He's not too happy about, you know, what's become of his current situation.
I did not see this going this way, to be honest.
He is really in too rough a shape to try and be breaking your guard, having been slashed by 2 axes and his head beaten against a tree. All right.
Again, I'm just trying to put him in a sleeper hold or something. Anything to knock him out.
All right. So you're gonna try and just choke him out.
Yeah.
Okay. Make me an athletics check.
Oh, of course. Okay. 16.
16. Okay. You start to choke him out. You see his face turn red. Make me another athletics check.
As I'm doing this, I'm just going shh.
Jesus Christ. Oh shit.
14.
He rolled a nat 20. So with that, he's gonna get a hand free of his mouth, and he's going to try and scramble away, pulling himself this way, provoking an attack of opportunity if you like.
To try to grapple him again?
You can't grapple him as an attack of opportunity.
Alright.
But it's difficult terrain, and he's prone, so he's not really getting far.
Alright, what do we even have? Do I have I think I have a mace maybe.
Like trying to drag himself out of there.
Oh snap, in that case, I will pull out my mace, because I want this to be non-lethal.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't want to stab him.
You stab him with the mace.
I whack him with the mace.
You whack him with the mace. In the back of his head?
Yeah.
And you're trying to knock him out.
Yeah.
Roll me to hit.
Is that with advantage because he's prone?
Yeah.
So then 15.
15? Okay. He's crawling along the ground, right? And you just kind of walk over and just boop, pop him on the back of the head with your mace, and he's poof, out, unconscious. He will probably bleed out from his wounds, but he's not dead yet.
I take his weapons, throw them across the way. Or just kind of, I hide his weapons in the bush.
All right, he's just got a short sword and a crossbow.
Yeah, I take those, hide them in the bush, kind of away from him. And like, do you guys have any medical stuff on you?
And they kind of look at each other, and one of them's like, I mean, I've got a healing potion, but you want to use it on
No. Just to wrap up the wounds. Trust me, make this look like a random attack of self-defense, then straight up murder.
And they kind of look at each other, and he's like, I can cut a strip of cloth from this cloak.
That could work.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, why didn't I think of that? I just pull out a dagger and just start cutting up his cloak to try to wrap up his wounds.
Okay. Make me a medicine check. You're doing the best you can, but I don't think anyone's ever showed you how to do this, really.
12.
I mean, you get the gist of it. So yeah, you go ahead.
I swear this never happens.
You go ahead and you stabilize him. He is unconscious but no longer bleeding out.
I can't laugh. This whole situation, I am sorry.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not.
This poor guy. Alright, yeah, so he's down right now. He's unconscious.
Unconscious in the bushes.
Very nearly dead.
And then I just kind of briskly just grab those two.
Concussed.
He's gonna wake up sore in the morning. I just kind of take those two and just kind of walk briskly out of here.
Alright, that was close. You guys are out of the difficult terrain, so you can move normally now. Thank goodness. And you have once again recovered from a very nearly bad scenario.
I have a +1 and I try to grapple him too.
You bashed his head against a tree to try and knock him out and failed. Just like hurt him.
This is why I don't play strength character.
Oh god. Maybe this is why you should, you know, so you don't just like hurt people, you just actually knock them out. Okay, so what are you guys doing from here?
Going around the long way behind these guys.
You're going up this wall again?
Yeah, the one we tied a rope to.
Okay. 30 feet. So they're gonna kind of move around this rock here. Alright, these three dudes are moving D4 direction. 4, 3, and 2.
Do I have to choke a dude again?
3 and 2. Not yet, but you're getting really close. Really close. Okay, cool. Alright, you guys are good?
I'm not looking forward to doing that again.
Well,
Alright.
What do you want to do?
Go uber stealth.
Go for stealth. Alright, so you kind of hug the wall there.
You know, hug the rock. Kind of block further away from the
Should
dude.
these guys follow you, or should they stay behind the rock?
I told them to stay behind the rock for now.
Okay, so they're gonna stay behind the rock. Kind of crouching up here. Alright. These guards are moving in D4 directions. 1, 2, 2. That's
Of course it keeps moving.
1. Oh, wow, yeah. 2. 2. Get over here.
I am still like just out of sight.
You are just out of sight. So again, it's one of those moments where it's like, holy shit, does he see me? And it's just like, no, he's just staring in your direction, but unable to see you.
I give him the bird.
You give him the bird. He can't see it, but
Nonetheless.
he's feeling something bad. All right. Do you guys wait another round, or do you want to try and move again?
I'm going to... You know, this is gonna be my bread and butter. This is gonna be my get out of a situation free card. I swear. And you're going to hate me for abusing this. Dancing lights in a humanoid form. Again. Over, let's say, right.
This is not one of the darkness cards. Are you still concentrating on that, by the way? It's probably been about 10 minutes now.
Oh, it's been, yeah, 10 minutes is gone.
And he's not one of the dancing lights cards. Okay. Alright. So, where are you using it?
Oh, darkness would have dropped when I cast the first dancing lights, by the way.
Oh, okay.
They're both concentration.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm
Okay.
casting it right.
Dancing lights is a concentration. What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay. Used like a tingle for this last time. Oh, there we go. That's perfect. In fact, I'm just going to save that. Okay. So this is here, and you said it gives off 10 feet of dim light.
Yep.
Okay. That is going to draw the attention of this guy. I don't think these other guys can see it yet. Okay. Is that all you're doing your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till they kind of move, you know.
Okay. And then these guys are going to move 3d4 direction. This guy is moving that way. This guy is moving east. This guy's moving south and south. Okay. And you guys are up again?
Right, I told these guys to move forward to me.
Okay, do you want them to sprint or sneak?
They can sprint. They should be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. So they sprint down here, I think. That's
The lights are gonna move up a bit.
yeah, that's fine. And the lights are moving to where?
Pretty much to where those two, like, almost in the middle of those two, like right here. Let me just shift click it.
Okay. Shift clicking, does that drag you guys? It drags
Yeah.
me, but if you shift click, I don't think it drags me there.
Oh,
Which is interesting. I didn't know it worked that way. The lights just fill a 5-foot cube, right?
if they're humanoid, then yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's 4 separate globes.
Oh, okay, cool. Did you want to make 4 of them or one?
Oh, it's 4 separate globes forming to make a human shape
Gotcha.
form.
And are you making the human form right now?
I'm making the little dancing lights thing that I've been doing.
Gotcha. Oh, the dancing humanoid. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. It's the dancing fairy.
Hey. Okay. That is definitely
Talk about topical.
going to attract some attention. When they're all together like that, is the light brighter?
No.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, definitely attracting attention now. These guys are going to move towards it. And this guy over here is going to start moving this way to see what the hell that thing is. This guy is watching from up top. That guy way down there. Yeah, he saw it. He's going to start moving this way too. Okay, you guys are up.
Alright, I send them up the rope first and just climb up after them.
Okay. First guy goes up. Yep, without a hitch. Second guy goes up. Without a hitch. Okay, and you're the last one up.
What check do I need to make?
You don't need to make a check. I was just checking for them.
Alright, cool.
Are you stealthed right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, I need a re-stealth now because that... Well, no. He didn't alert anyone.
But you
He didn't have a chance to alert anyone.
cast a spell, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't
But I
that
cast
remove
a
you
spell
from
from-
stealth?
Not if I cast it from stealth.
Oh, really? I thought casting a
If
spell
no one caught
removed
me. No. Well, if no one caught me, I don't suppose.
you. Okay. Yeah, no, I suppose not. Okay, cool. These guys are all gonna kind of be entranced by that. These guys down here have woken up. Kind of like didn't even realize that they fell asleep. They're all just like standing around. Okay, so what are you guys doing? You're gonna creep ahead?
Yeah, we're going to creep ahead. But I'm wary of these three guys now. Like, I don't have the strength to choke out three dudes. Phrasing.
Jesus.
Yeah, I definitely do take that rope that was used for that tree though and just tie it around this tree.
Okay, make me a dexterity check. Nice. Okay, yeah. You tie an excellent knot.
I could roll well on this, but I roll shit on my performance and persuasion and deception.
all the stuff you need, right? But you tie really good knots. You know? That's useful. You could be an excellent sailor. Alright, so you guys are gonna rappel down this wall?
Yeah, we're gonna rappel down the wall, just kind of hug the far end of the canyon.
Alright. First guy goes down. Without a hitch. Second guy goes down. Without a hitch. Okay. They're still kind of just looking around. Give me 1 second. Let me spread these guys out. So it's darkness is no longer there. Okay, cool. Alright, so you guys are gonna try and sneak past this fire?
Yeah, I'm gonna pretty much make sure these guys are pretty much following me along this thing.
This vision's just kind of sweeping out like this. Looking around for any suspicious no-gooders. These guys are just gonna follow you. Feel free to move freely. Because you're not really around any guards right now.
Yeah.
So we'll say once you get to about this point here, which is where you're at, we'll start rolling for guards again. So these guys are going to sneak up behind you here. Alright, how many people am I working with? 1, 2, 3, 4 guards.
I say that's 4 guards too many.
Well, there's a quick solution to that. Alright. North. East. South. Okay, you're up.
Shit. They're all too close. Well, time to do what I do best. Drop another dancing lights.
Okay.
It's just too bright for me. If that makes sense.
So you drop another dancing light, where at?
Definitely kind of in view of those 3 guys at the fire.
Right here?
Really, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea putting them right there. Yeah, right behind that closest one to me, that lone guy behind in between those two trees.
Right behind him. So
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to do this turn?
Take a step back.
Okay. All right. So this guy is gonna come over to these dancing lights here and inspect it. Kind of stick his sword in it, wave it around, and then he kind of turns to this guy over here. He says, "It's another light trick. They don't seem to do anything. It's just there. He says, keep an eye out." And they kind of just, this guy, he kind of spends his turn doing that. This other guy here, 1, 2, 3. He's gonna move in to the north. This guy here moves south and west. Okay, you're up.
I'm just kind of angry now because you caught on to my plan.
These are the same guys you used darkness on earlier. Otherwise, it probably would have had the same effect on them.
Sorry, I'm playing Pokemon too. I just got to Elite Four and Ultra's on Ultimate. Anyway, in that case, no, Minor Illusion's like reach of like 30 feet. Sadly, I can't really just pop one of those in there, can I?
It's minor illusion, dude. You can do anything with minor illusion.
Yeah, but it's range of 30 feet, so I have to get like up close, which I don't want to do. Alright, so I turn to those two. I'm just like, alright, remember, you two got lost in the jungle, and I'm just bringing you back safely to the village.
Are you sure?
You might want to wipe the blood off your axe.
This is one of the guys looking at you.
You might want to wipe the blood off your axe.
He kind of smears his axe on the ground. He's like, "All right, we're gonna try this."
You two were just hunters that got lost in the. You thought you tried your hand at hunting in the jungle. You got lost. Midlife crisis and all that.
They both like sigh and like kind of steel themselves, and they're like, "All right, okay, lost in the jungle. Let's do this." All right.
And I just kind of push them forward a bit. Again, let's try this again.
Are we gonna try this? All right. So, kind of indicate where you want me to move these guys.
Start out like slowly, like right here.
Slowly approaching. So as you get here, these two guys are gonna see you and say, "Halt! Don't move." And these guys up here are gonna kind of look over.
Bigger audience, better not.
All right. What do you tell them?
Just escorting these two hunters out of here. They got lost in the jungle. Figured bring them back to the village.
Back to the village, eh? Okay, go ahead and roll your deception.
Let's get advantage on this.
Roll it again. That's an even tie.
23.
15. Okay. It says, "Hunters lost in the village. Let me take a look at them.
They got lost in the jungle.
Or lost in the jungle. Let me take a look at them. And he comes up and he looks at them.
Like, I hope to gosh they weren't stupid enough to wear something that says they're part of the city guard.
The hunters do an excellent, amazing job at hiding their nervousness and looking completely innocent. And he says, And then the one guy goes, yes sir, we were just hunting out here for a little while, and we lost track of time, and then the sun went down, and we've just kind of been wandering around. We've been lost for a while, and you can see like these guys are kind of scuffed up because they've been crawling around through the grass and stuff. But as far as these guys know, yeah, they've just been lost in the woods. And so this guy's gonna say, well, lost or not, if you're around here, it's probably best that we have you questioned by someone, just to play it safe.
Already taken care of.
Already taken care of? Who spoke to
First
them?
thing I did.
You spoke to them?
Yes.
And what did they tell you?
They've never even heard of us.
Heard of... And he's gonna roll insight against these guys' deception. Let's see. And they roll at advantage.
Fingers crossed. Look, there's two guys going through a midlife crisis right now.
So he looks at the first guy, right? And the first guy looks like completely innocent, and his stomach kind of growls a little bit, right?
They haven't eaten. They have. You think they're midlife crisis?
The second guy, he's eyeballing the second guy, and then like a bead of sweat like rolls down the side of this guy's temple. And the guard looks at them and he's like, why are you so sweaty? Haven't you been walking? And the guy's like,
well, you're kind of staring at him like you're going to shish kebab the guy.
And this guy looks up at you and then back at this person again. And he's like, even if you spoke to him, did you take them back to camp and have them questioned by one of the officials there? He's asking you.
I'm just going on a limb and saying that. Here's what I'm saying. You mean that freaky chick at the helmet?
And he says, gotcha. You spoke to Ragnhild. Well, if Ragnhild gives you the all-go, then they've certainly got mine. And he sort of like steps to the side. And all of these guys watch you as you make your way right on past. Are you guys going towards that orb? Which way are you taking them from there?
I go pretty much well, I try to follow, like, keep going south, like back down. So
you're going towards the orbs of light?
No.
Away from the orbs of light?
Away from the orbs of light.
Alright, so you go this way. Because you got Ragnhild's permission. I'm
just glad they knew who I was talking about.
Oh my god. You just dropped like the right name. Not gonna lie. You got really lucky right there.
I probably wouldn't have talked to Siegfried or Egil So that leaves the only other person I know.
Yeah.
That freaky chick in the horned helmet.
Alright, so there's 3 guys here. Are you going to attempt to sneak past them or continue with what you've done so far?
I'm going to just... You know what? Let's just continue this. It worked so far. It was like... I'll just say... Roggenheim, is that her name was?
Ragnhild.
Roggenhild, yeah. You know what it sounds like? Roggenhild already questioned them. They're free to go.
Yes, in fact, now let's say this. This is something only you know. Only you know what her name is.
Yeah.
Alright, so as you continue forward, this guy over here is gonna say, "Hold on, what's going on here?"
Roggenhild already gave them permission. They're free to go. They're just hunters. They're just people who think they can hunt.
Okay, go ahead and roll deception at advantage. That'll work. And he says, "Very well, you're clear to go." And he steps back. And as you walk on out, these 2 guys are watching you go.
They hate to see me leave, but they love to watch me go.
Alright, and you're walking down this way, and as you do, you see this guy just kind of standing here watching you go. Same thing here. You move here. And this guy just like gives you a slow nod.
I just nod back.
And you continue going. These guys are sweating bullets, but no one's close enough to see.
I am, and I'm sweating out as well.
And finally, you guys make it back to Port Hildian. And when you guys are out of there, those guards are like, "I will never go back there again." They're like, "You are insane. I can't believe we got away with that." And
Yeah.
And they're like,
This is why I normally work alone.
and they say, "We're gonna go report to the treasurer immediately. We have to make sure that this information goes directly to them." And these two city guards, getting rid of their cloaks and switching back into their regular armor, they are going to take off and go report to the treasurer.
I just kind of say to them, "Happy hunting."
Is there anything else you want to do tonight?
No,
In-game
no.
For the rest of this particular evening.
No, that was enough excitement for her today.
Okay. Alright. You still haven't explored very much of the city. We can always just save that for another session. There's plenty of stuff for you to do. I will go ahead and move you back to the Manticore's Tail, where you will be recovering from your insane adventure. Oh, actually, do you want to go with those guys to report to the treasurer?
You know what? Sure.
Okay.
I want to see if they mess any part of the story up.
Okay. So, you get back to the Duke's Keep, and they go and they fetch the treasurer for you. Give me 1 second. And then the treasurer is going to come speak to you. Wrong character. Oh no, that's right. Okay. And then these 2 city guards are going to be right here next to you. See, it's times like these I wish I could see what you see, because I got a lot of shit on my screen in this particular room, just from other cutscenes that have just accumulated. Okay, cool. So you guys are all in this room together, and the city guards are basically like recanting your insane tale of successfully sneaking down the trail to the Fastener camp and then turning around and effectively lying your way into a safe walk all the way back through. Or not all the way, but the majority of the way through after bashing that one guy unconscious.
And I just gotta say, this is why I prefer to work alone.
The Duke is very quiet and serious as he listens to this story. And then he looks at you and he says, "If what these men say is true, then it sounds to me that you are an invaluable ally. You have my utmost gratitude. Here, your reward. I believe I promised 300 gold. And he pays you for it. So go ahead and add 300 gold. And he said, with this, we can begin planning the final maneuvers to remove these fasteners as a threat to our good city. He says, we thank you for your service, and when all of this is over, rest assured you will be heroes." And he says, with that, I need to begin planning. If you would kindly excuse me. And he sort of nods to you and he says, you two, we need copies of this immediately. And we'll make sure that you're fed and we'll get a few tankards of ale for you. And both men like sort of nod and they head off to the guard tower outside the keep to go begin preparing what they know.
As soon as those guards just kind of leave, I just like, I got the name off that for that freaky. Ooh, that's odd. It just kind of shut down on me. Chrome did. Anyway, I turned to the.
Chrome crashed for you?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
It happens sometimes. It's weird, but I just turn to the Duke and just go. I got a name for the freaky silver-eyed lady.
This woman you believe might have been a fae? And
Fae
what
or
name
something
might that
weird.
be?
Rogenhild, you said?
Ragnhild. It's a little harder to say.
Rogenhild, yeah.
Ragnhild.
Rogenhild.
Ragnhild.
Rogen. Yeah.
And he says, we'll see if we can find anyone by that name. We'll start researching this immediately. Any information on the heads of the fasteners is crucial information. Please be sure to share all this with us, and thank you for letting us know of her name now. We'll go ahead and begin an investigation immediately. Anything else you want to say to him?
No. No, I'm actually pretty good.
Alright. In that case, he bids you adieu. And
Calls due and see him and did.
And you are all square. You are free to go. And I will move you back to the Manticore's tail.
I call his due and see him a done.
You did. Well done. All in all, this was a good session. You established your patron, your backstory, figured out how you got settled into the city, why you were infiltrating the Fasteners, what your connection to Rorda was. Then you actually led two of these guys to the Fasteners and successfully brought them back.
Nearly killed a guy in the process.
Very, very nearly killed a guy in the process. And you just barely managed to help him survive by keeping him from bleeding out, which, by the way, if you hadn't have done, he definitely would have died from those wounds.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, honestly, that kind of chokehold thing was a moment of panic.
Yep. Did you learn anything?
I should not try to grapple people.
Actually, I'm coming up with rules for choking people out specifically, just because it became relevant last game, in Barrett's one-on-one session as well. He opted to choke somebody out. And I think the way I'm going to do it is like, you have to win after you have successfully grappled someone. You have to win contested athletics checks for 1 plus a series of rounds equal to their Constitution modifier. Or I don't know. See, then maybe that's low. I'm thinking 2 or maybe 2 rounds plus their Constitution modifier. So if you can choke someone out for 3 rounds, then maybe they'll pass out or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I'll have to make rules for it so that strong characters like Torvald and Trollis don't just like cheese it and choke everyone they see out of consciousness.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought you did pretty well. I think your character is much more established now that we've got it figured out. I hope you enjoy your new Warlock mechanics, actually being able to act like an Archfey pact Warlock, since you can actually use the stuff that only Archfey people can use.
Yeah, I figured, like, don't want to waste a spell. Should I use this feature? I probably should use this feature to get out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing about Warlocks as they are built, with the rules as written, is they will give you spells that are supposed to be unique to your patron, but you have to select to prepare them. So it's almost like, it's like I'm playing a Great Old One Warlock, but I'm not using Great Old One spells. So, because like maybe they're suboptimal or for whatever reason, you know? So I kind of like the ability that you have all these spells prepared, you just opt to use them a number, any of them up to a number of times equal to your charisma mod.
Alright.
I don't know, yeah, the idea is that you just feel more in tune with that flavor-wise, but whatevs. But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and call it here. We've got everything we need. I will start transcribing stuff, and basically what I'm gonna do is after everyone plays their one-on-one sesh, I will update the journal with what everybody did, because I'm not showing you guys what each person's doing until after everyone does it, and then I will upload all of the footage of the one-on-one sessions to the drive in case anyone wants to watch to see how everything went down.
Alright, yeah. I think they'll be surprised with how I settled my thing.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Everything went pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and stop recording right here.